We are here today to discuss our favorite childhood memories. Now, Janet, tell me, what is your favorite childhood memory?
I don't remember. You see, when I was 10 years old, I was in a bike accident, and I have slight amnesia. No, I'm just kidding. I remember my childhood very well. But it was twisted, not happy.
You had me for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the voice and all, yeah.
Yes. But, of what I remember, I guess I have to say, probably making cookies with my grandma. Or camping somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, Claire, tell me.
No, I have more questions.
Oh, you have more questions?
What kind of cookies were these?
They were actually oatmeal molasses from, a 1920s copy of Sunset, but it's, an extinct recipe now, so it's, a family recipe. I'm catching whatever you have!
Get the sickness out of you, my friend.
Sibilance.
Yes, quite. Now, what is your grandmother's name?
Her name was Sid, but that was not her legal name. Her given name was Phyllis. Yes, but she didn't like the name Phyllis, so everyone just called her Sid.
Why, per se, did she not like Phyllis?
I don't know, she just didn't like the sound of it. Phyllis Jones was her original name. Then she was Phyllis Sayer, but ever since she was a child, she was Sid.
You do know that that's commonly a man's name.
Yes, indeed, but her brother just started calling her Sid as a child.
And isn't that kind of disgruntling in a sense?
I suppose, but everyone in our family has nicknames. Or matching names, there's always children with matching names like Pete and Pat. Peter and Patrick.
So, what is your counterpart?
My brother, actually, we don't have matching names.
And how does that make you feel?
Upset and excluded.
We all feel you.
Okay. Yeah, my brother's name is Charlie. Hi, Charlie! Hi! Hi, Grandpa! So, Claire, it is now my turn to interview you.
Yes.
What was your favorite childhood memory?
I can't remember most of my childhood, so I have a very limited selection.
Okay.
From what age would you like to hear?
Under the age of 10.
Under the age of 10. Well, I have to dig. I have to do some mental digging for a second.
So now I see why my interview took so long, because you were stalling.
Yes.
You weren't even listening to me, were you?
I was totally listening.
Okay.
I was listening.
Listening.
The entire time. Her grandmother's name is Sid.
Oh, yes.
And her brother's name is Charlie. And all her family has matching names. I'm still stalling. Hold on. Yes. This isn't my favorite, but it is a funny one.
Okay.
When I was about 8 or 9 years old, I was obsessed with the movie Tarzan by Disney. And it was my favorite movie. And I was so obsessed with it that I called myself just like Tarzan. I have trees in my front yard that I'd climb on all the time, and often I would walk like a gorilla in my house.
You'll have to demonstrate that for us sometime.
Yes, maybe. I think I might have forgotten that. And I wrote an essay on how I'm like Tarzan, and every trait that I owned that made me like Tarzan. Not like Jane, but like Tarzan. Would you like to hear those traits?
Yes.
First of all, in the movie, he has a huge gap between his big toe and his second toe. And I possess a gap that is quite large between my big toe and my second toe.
Nasty. I mean, lovely.
I know.
So you can climb trees.
So I can climb trees. Like a monkey.
Grip things. Pinch your toes.
I could grab, actually I had practiced grabbing ropes between my toes. Because if you watch the movie, he uses his toes to grab vines. And I still have vines, or ropes on my tree from when I was 10-ish, younger.
Now, what other traits
do I possess?
Yes.
Well, obviously I climbed trees, and I used my ropes to swing from tree to tree. I already said I walked like a gorilla. What else? What really made me sad is that I didn't have dreadlocks. I had long golden hair, but I didn't have dreadlocks. That upset me. And I pointed that out in my essay. And when I was reading this essay in front of the entire class, I remember 3 boys laughing at me and 1 girl. I cannot name their names, but I know who they are.
Okay. Speaking of blondes, I'm one of them. Blonde is me. Blonde.
Yay! I'm losing my voice.
So that concludes our interview.
Does it?
Okay, never mind. It doesn't. Claire's not done
I have more questions
yet.
for you.
You have more questions for me?
Yes.
Okay.
What is your favorite color?
I don't have a favorite color. I'm starting to think that all colors are beautiful in their own way. Red. What is your favorite color?
Red is the color of passion and love and fire. Except fire is mostly orange, sometimes blue. But yes, my favorite color is yellow because it's bright and happy. Because I'm depressed most of the time. And I need happy colors around me. That is an utter lie. I just like yellow.
Okay. I laugh like Winnie the Pooh.